Well, hello everyone, Texie88 here and welcome to another review. And now we're taking a look at Rampage for the Sinclair ZX Spectrum. Based on the Bally Midway arcade game of the same name, Activision brought it out in 1987. And it's a game where 1, 2 or even 3 players can play, and you play as these gigantic characters that basically try and smash the crap out of the skyscrapers on the screen that they're on to progress to the next stage without taking too much damage. And you can choose to be George the Gorilla, Lizzie the dinosaur / lizard, and Ralph the wolf. And all 3 of the people are actually humans who have been transformed by some kind of reaction to either science or radiation or mixture of both, really. So let's change the game controls. So there's me on the. There's me. I'm George. So I'm. So you can smash buildings up. If you see people there, you can actually eat them. You also have to be. And you can yeah, and as soon as you get that kind of puffing at the bottom of the building, you've got to get off it as quickly as possible before it collapses. Oh, one thing is kind of annoying is that it's actually very easy to inadvertently just press the fire button, which means you'll jump off. It's actually quite easy to do. And you can also punch down to punch the things like the tanks on the ground and the police cars, and you can also eat. Experimental vitamin has ill effects. Unusual food additive may be recalled. Mayor speaks. This rampage must stop. Oh, there's a watermelon in there. And everyone's energy bars is visible at the top of the screen. To punch to the left, you have to hold down left and press the fire button, and similarly to punch to the right, so you hold down right and press the fire button. Remember, if you press the fire button by itself, then your character will just jump. That is unfortunate aspect of the computer at the time, having joysticks that were restricted to one button. Oh yes, food. You can use the food to replenish lost energy that's been taken by taking one too many hits from helicopters or bombs or bullets, etc. Right, let's bash the other side of this building. Yeah, you've got to watch out for the people who are throwing things like dynamite sticks, because they can do a fair bit of damage. I'm getting off that. I would eat this guy because he's throwing dynamite sticks. Oh God! Oh no! Don't jump! I want to get that coffee cup because get off that. And as you saw just then, no, I'm not eating the plant. And you can also punch the other characters today. There's no sound for the guns of the helicopters and the like, which is a bit of a shame. But there is for the for things like the dynamite sticks hitting you. And Lizzie's just had her energy totally drained, so that's why she would turn into a human and hit her nudity as she scampered off the screen just then. Get off that. So Lizzie and Ralph have both turned into humans, so it's just me as George left now. Job openings in National Guard, city howling mad. Is there no end to this rampage? I don't think there is actually. I don't think this game actually has an ending. You can. Great use of colour. I mean, obviously there's a bit of colour clash, like when where George is part green and part yellow or white, is it? Yeah, I'll eat that guy. Yeah, eating that. Damn it. No, damn it. If you take a long fall like that, without actually properly jumping off, then you take damage as well. Yes, need that. Oh, yeah. Don't eat things like plants or microwave ovens or televisions or anything like that. They harm. No, damn it. Ideally, when it comes to Windows, you want to try and, for the most part, get it so you actually punch in such a way that it cleanly bashes the Windows, because you're more likely to get food if you do it cleanly. Whereas if, oh god, I need to bash this one a bit more, don't I? Yeah, off that. Can I eat that though? Oh, that's not a prickly plant, so that's probably why it was okay to eat that. Those little things like the helicopter in the very background. Oh no! Don't eat light bulbs. Get off that. I'm running out of health. No, I don't want a light bulb. No, damn it. That's one of the downsides of if it suddenly if the building starts to give way just so you're at the very bottom, because it means you've got little to no chance of avoiding it because of. Oh, I can't take much more damage or I'm going to die. I'll try and see if I can get this guy before he throws a dynamite stick at me. That's better, but it didn't give me much health though. I need food pronto. The animation's very nice. Oh yeah, definitely. I'm not quite sure whether that's a safe or first aid kit. That was very helpful. That did give me quite a bit of energy back. Off that. You don't want to be on the building when the cracks on the side start to reach you, because that's when you will fall and take damage the moment you hit the ground. Wait for that helicopter to get out of the way. Off there. No, I can't reach that helicopter. I can't punch high enough. Mayor speaks, this rampage must stop. Woman finds lake to be radioactive. Woman finds lake to be radioactive. Yes. Oh, people. Oh, God. See what I mean? It's very easy to accidentally press just the fire button. No, bollocks. I've got to get that guy before he kills me. Oh, yes. That's perfect. Eat that person. Oh, God. Got to eat that guy because he's got... Look, stop shooting my arse. I'll eat you. I managed to punch that helicopter. It's actually a pretty good convert. No, I'm not getting that. That's poison. You got to be careful what you do or don't. No, don't eat in this game. Oh, want that. That's definitely what you want because it gives you quite a bit of energy back. Off there. Punch that car. No, not eating the prickly plants. I can eat that one though. Whatever might have been in that upper window, I haven't got time to do it. I've got to get off that building. Toilet. No, I don't think I want to eat a toilet. No, this isn't a bad conversion. I mean, it does suffer from the fact that Spectrum joysticks only have one fire button, so you're having to press a direction to do certain things rather than just being able to just press a particular button. I've never actually played the original arcade version, so I don't know how they managed to get around that problem. In fact, I've never even seen an arcade cabinet, so I don't even know how many buttons there are on the actual Rampage arcade game. God, quite an exciting, quite interesting premise that they put into this game. They might turn it into a film. Oh, hang on a minute. They did in 2018 a film that starred Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and had some pretty naff-looking visual effects in the trailer that I caught for it, and I can't say I felt particularly impelled to watch it. Yeah. Got to. Ow. Yum, yum, yum. Yum, 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 yum. Om nom. Or as Neighbourbug would sometimes say on his Amstrad live games testing on Saturdays. Om nom 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 nom. Sorry, that's a bit childish. Get off that. Now get off. Blimmin' hell. As I said, if the cracks reach the part of your building you're on when the building starts to crumble, that's when you can fall and take damage. So you really don't want to actually be on the building when that happens. Oh, damn it. I took too much damage and now I've turned into a completely naked man who's edging his way off the screen trying to hide his modesty. So that's Rampage for the ZX Spectrum. Quite an interesting game, really, despite its comparative simplicity. I mean, literally, all you're going is indulging in your fantasies about being someone akin to King Kong, Gojira / Godzilla, etc. And doing it in style, while also trying not to eat toilets and the like. So, graphics, well, nice use of colour, quite relatively detailed, some very nicely drawn and well animated central characters. Even the people, despite their small size, are quite well animated as well. So I can't really complain about graphics. They do their job, they're clear. And George looks like a gorilla, Lizzie looks like a dinosaur / lizard type creature, and Ralph looks like a wolf. So Can't say fairer than that. Sound. Well, there's a mixture. There's some things where you'd think there'd be sound and isn't, but what's there is good. I mean, you've got a nice meaty sound when a building's about on the verge of collapsing, as it starts to as the cracks start to rise up the tower, and you see that puff of dust at the very bottom of it. As soon as you see that, you know you really got to get off that building as soon as possible to avoid falling and taking quite a bit of damage. So, all things considered, I can't really complain about the sound either. Gameplay. Well, it's one of those where some people where it's kind of a Marmite thing. Those who really quite enjoy indulging in the fantasies I mentioned just a moment ago about pretending to be King Kong or whatever. I mean, it's obvious that George is inspired by King Kong. And I expect that Lizzie is somewhat influenced by Gojira/Godzilla. And I also learnt just today that Ralph actually led to the character of Wreck-It Ralph in the animated film of the same name being so called. So it's a classic case of, is this going to be a game you'll quite enjoy, just endlessly bashing up and destroying buildings and indulging in the aforementioned fantasies and eating people and the like? Or is it going to be one of those things that's initially fun that quickly becomes stale? The only real way you can really do it is to try it and hope. But it really does come alive if you're lucky enough to play it with one or even two other people. Yes, even in this Spectrum version, you can have 3-player antics. And that's when that is, as you probably guessed, when it truly does come alive. As you try your best to try and do more damage to buildings than the others, and last as long as you can before your energy gets drained. You turn back into a human who's completely starkers and wanders off the screen. Somehow I get the feeling that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was not in any way naked in that way in the film version. I mean, I could be wrong, but a wild guess would suggest to me no, but then you just never know. So I think I'm going to give Rampage on the ZX Spectrum 7 out of 10. I mean, it's one of those where it could potentially become an 8 if you've got 2 or 3 players having a session. But ultimately, the best way to find out if it's something that becomes stale quickly or not is to if you could get the chance to try it. But this is a pretty solid port, and it plays well. Everything's clear enough, and the attribute problems aren't so bad that you can't see what's going on, and code is nice and big. So yeah, I'm really quite impressed with this port. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that review. Catch you on another one soon. Texy88 out.